Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ladies, gentlemen, gamers, and fellow Star Rail and Firefly, also known as Break, lovers. It is nearly 12:30 a.m. for me. As always, I have work soon. And more recently, it is cold. However, oh, excuse me, even though that delayed us, it did not stop us from reacting to what is probably potentially the last drip marketing coverage that the Dahlia is going to get. And if you've been living under a rock, then you have no clue why I said Firefly, because we're here for the Dahlia. But I will let you know anyway. Basically, the Dahlia is bringing back, allegedly, Break into the meta the same way Dot was brought back. And obviously, the whole game is going to, well, not the whole game, but a major part of the game is going to get centered around that with the newest boss, which is basically just reskinned Firefly. But a lot of the game is basically getting balanced around Super Break. And this is where the Dahlia is essentially, allegedly, broken as all hell. Because, and they joked about this, she can basically break without needing to break. And it sounds dumb, it sounds silly, and it sounds stupid, but it's true. So either way, we're here to look at her character trailer. I believe that this is the last strip marketing coverage we're gonna get for her. I don't think we're gonna get a Myriad Celestia. I don't think there's gonna be anything else. I don't know why I thought I was supposed to see a character teaser, but that could just be me mixing up with other games. But either way, enough has been said about the Dahlia. The only question that I always pose, and the only thing I'm scared of, aside from not having enough roles, which if I go into the reserves, I do for everything for right now, is will Super Break still be relevant going forward? And that's kind of the main question on my mind. It's the same thing with Dot. Dot got revitalized, and obviously, whatever is the current meta, or whatever is the current, I guess, addition or update to the game is going to be what's, popping and what's new and what the game is centered around. Same thing with Dot. How long does it stay relevant, though? And this is where it's kind of the same thing with Amphorius. Amphorius is obviously going to stay pretty relevant because it's the most recent thing to come out, and because power creep is a thing. But even with this newest boss, Hoyo can easily find things that can sort of just shut down Amphorius characters, aka crit. They can make things easily not be too good with crit characters, which again, this new Firefly boss is. Aside from that, though, I mean, my assumption is that it's not going to be too long, but the issue is the Dahlia's gimmick, which is basically breaking without breaking, just seems so OP, so ridiculous. It seems insane. But like I said, the only other issue is, aside from how OP she is, how long is it going to last? And can we actually realistically get her with the amount of primos we have? I don't know. But the more and more I see, the more and more I want her. Her visuals are crazy. In her ult, she's literally orgasming. She's hot as all hell. And even just lore wise, not only does she have a great past where she switches paths as it feels, as she feels her fancy, from destruction to, I believe, remembrance. Or is it remembrance? I think so, because she was a memo keeper. But also, I've been seeing whispers through the grapevine that she potentially might be a Stellaron hunter somehow. Now, that's just a theory, a game theory, and it's not mine, so I don't know how much I subscribe to it, but it is pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, gameplay wise, she's going to be OP as shit, at least for now. I hope for long, but I don't know for too long because, again, 4.0, and it's not, allegedly 4.0 is going to be coming eventually, which is why this last patch is extended. Sadly, the Dahlia isn't. But because they're working so hard on the patch, it really makes me think, similar to our economy in the United States, they're not going to ease on the power creeping, which for our economy, it's basically the money printing. So things are going to get pretty ramped up pretty quickly because, they always want to make money. They always want to surpass the previous thing. So because 4.0 got delayed and they're probably overworking the fuck out of the workers, I wouldn't be surprised if Super Break isn't the best thing for too long. But ultimately, we don't know. It's been 5 minutes of me straight yapping. Let's actually see the damn trailer and see for ourselves if this shit's about to be crazy mode. And usually they are, but we'll see. And as always, we're going back to Pikakoni, so they kind of have an easy time to impress me. But let's take a look here. Let's see what's going on. Oh, excuse me, Hoyovers. And before we see what's going on, let me lock in the HD. There we go.
Constance, my most
Oh, it's Duke Inferno! It's Duke Inferno!
most exceptional child.
So, is this his death?
More to teach you.
I'm still confused how she lived. Oh my god, she likes it. She's sick.
Tears won't hide your desire.
Oh,
Revenge.
cat. Oh, I thought that was Kafka.
For
Never
everything
mind.
to go as planned.
She
I
likes
need
it. She's
you
sick.
to stay within my control.
Oh my
Darling.
god.
At a funeral, silence is preferred.
They don't want to work during a funeral.
Besides,
Bruh,
I'm not
her
used to you being
face.
so rough with me yet.
Oh
I'll try
no.
to be more gentle.
Nah, they're getting Black Swan in this shit. Oh my.
Ran out of tricks?
Oh
Compared to being
my
a good
god.
father, I'm better as a lead.
Oh no. She's copying Acheron. Oh shit.
Watch
This kind of
yourself.
reminds me of the Herda. Oh.
Don't miss the beat.
This shit looks crazy.
Relax, darling.
She threw a
I'm
building
very
at her.
good at taking the initiative.
Oh my. We have some impact frames. Oh, there's Black Swan's arm.
Tell me,
Oh my god, she blew her a kiss.
who is the lead dancer?
Pikakoni!
Not you, it seems.
Oh damn, she's talking shit.
Surprising.
Whoa! Oh, there's the ult. She's
One
laughing.
more time with me.
But she likes it. Her power is so dangerous.
Shall we?
She wants to do it
Let's.
again.
Farewell.
I thought she was at Mikhail's, or Mikhail's, funeral there. I thought that was where Mikhail was. But I think that's further up. Anyway, oh my god, that is crazy. But yeah, there's the video I was literally talking about too. Dahlia is a Stellaron hunter. That's exactly what I saw to say that claim too. And it's from a channel I highly believe. But yeah, wow, that is crazy. So pretty good video. I mean, this is where I think honestly at this point, a lot of the music is very I want to say similar. It seems like a lot of violin, but it seems like that's what's like prevalent in Penacony, so I don't necessarily blame them. And we are going back to Penacony, obviously. The only thing I feel like is a little scary, right? And this isn't necessarily scary, it's obviously the way business works, and story-wise this could be true too. But when they involve older characters in newer characters' trailers, right? And this kind of happened again with Acheron too. The older characters kind of take like a cuck chair in a way. Now, what I mean by that is, they still give the older characters some respect because they still want to make some sales, but in large part, they glaze the new character, and it's obvious why. But it feels like as time goes on, these old characters are just not as lore relevant anymore, and they're subservient to these newer lore characters, or these new characters lore wise. Now, again, it could just actually be the case where that works out, but this is the second time now where Black Swan is kind of getting tested. Now, Acheron really tested it, right? Acheron did not leave it up to interpretation. This is what you can kind of interpret like, okay, maybe Black Swan is as strong, a little stronger, a little weaker than the Dahlia. We don't know, right? And obviously, Dahlia Glazers are going to say something, well, clearly one of those three. But overall, it really does look like the Dahlia could be stronger. And again, the more they show these newer characters and the more they use the older ones, the more the older ones seem a little bit weaker. Now, is Black Swan weak? I would say a little bit. I wouldn't mind a Black Swan buff personally. But, we got Hyceland, so who's holding their breath? But this is just so cool. I mean, in another instance, in another vein, I love that they're showing Black Swan. I really love it. And overall, the trailer is great. I mean, again, they're showing like some crazy ass powers. They're showing Black Swan's all trying to get Dahlia. It is just so good. And there's so many innuendos, man. This character's so goon. The only sad part is, aside from the things I mentioned before about, if I was about to say Hyper Break, if Super Break is gonna last and be relevant back in the meta, similar to Dot, or if I can actually get her with the little amount of Stellar Jades that I have. The other tragedy is that this patch is extended and they did not extend the Dahlia's run on the patch. It's so sad. So, as usual, there's basically normal FOMO. But there's also not much going on in the patch. So, realistically speaking, aside from the rolling, this could potentially be the last reaction I do for a hot minute in Star Rail. Because this shit's about to be a desert. And I heard the people who love the meta, I guess who are the meta slaves really, are going to be very excited, and then the story people are just going to be starving. And I would consider myself a little bit of both, but either way, this trailer was pretty good. I like that I include Black Swan. It was really heavily like influenced by Black Swan here, and just look at the scale. Again, they're not like hardcore downplaying Black Swan, and obviously they're leaning towards the Dahlia being like cooler and potentially stronger. But I'm very glad Black Swan was in here, and the Dahlia is just crazy, man. At the end of the day, too, I think she's one of the characters that I love the most lore wise, where it doesn't really seem like she might be the greatest morally good character that there is, which is very cool. Obviously, when it comes to us, they're gonna love us. They have to. It's a Hoyo character, but overall, I think she's probably leading pretty close to like either psycho or evil, which is good. Either way, though, this is a great trailer. It definitely has me up for the Dahlia. It also pains me because I need to decide, like, am I gonna push to pity? If I miss pity, what am I gonna do? Because 4.0 is, even though it's a little pushback, right around the corner. And this is a giant bait potentially, but it's for my wife Firefly, so I don't know. Either way, though, I'm struggling. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the trailer, if you guys are struggling, and what you guys are gonna do. And if you enjoyed me, you can watch more of me at Twitch TV/Technics channel. Anyway, that's about it. Have a good one, everyone. The Dahlia! Eee!